The seedier side of Star Wars is a fantastic backdrop for an adventure, and in a pretty unremarkable year for releases, Star Wars Outlaws was low-key my most anticipated title of 2024. Thanks to Ubisoft for providing me with access to this game, I finally got the chance to dive in and see if it lived up to my expectations. I had planned to save Outlaws for my Christmas break. I avoided trailers, footage and reviews leading up to launch to keep as much of the experience a surprise as possible, but I've got to admit I was put off by the middling reception it received at launch. So I was pleased when Ubisoft invited us to try the game following the release of new story content featuring Lando Calrissian and a hefty patch implementing improvements based on player feedback, including refined enemy AI, smoother transitions between stealth and combat, and a more polished experience overall. Cyberpunk 2077 also got torn to shreds at launch, but when I finally played it this year, it easily became one of my favourite games ever made. I'm also well aware that Ubisoft open world games, female protagonists, and anything Star Wars attracts obsessive scrutiny these days. Star Wars Outlaws is right in the middle of a Venn diagram of hyperbolic hate that has likely put plenty of money into the pockets of rage-baiting content creators this Christmas. On top of all that, I'm also completely smitten with Star Wars' newest Disney Plus show, Skeleton Crew, which also delves into the grittier, more shadowy aspects of the galaxy's underworld. With all that in mind, I entered Star Wars Outlaws cautiously optimistic, and I have to say, I was not disappointed. Now, this isn't a full review since I haven't finished Star Wars Outlaws yet, and we don't do that sort of nonsense here. Truthfully, I'm about 20 hours in, and I haven't even made it off the first proper planet yet. But that's mainly because those first 20 hours have been incredibly addictive. So far, I found nothing to warrant the strong negativity surrounding the title. It's not perfect, and I'll share a few nitpicks in a moment, but come on! Surely there's a limit to how much you can dislike what is essentially a Splinter Cell, Uncharted and Red Dead Redemption mashup in a Star Wars wrapper. No, Outlaws doesn't do any one thing as well as those games. Its stealth mechanics are more than serviceable, but not on par with Splinter Cell. It's got a fun adventure vibe full of climbing and snark, but its plot and characters aren't Naughty Dog level. And its open world isn't in the same league as Red Dead Redemption. But it's an open world Star Wars experience, man! It's filled with patrolling Imperial soldiers, rebels, droids, space battles, alien creatures, speeders, heists, and gunfights. It's set in a world of crime syndicates, spices, empires, and espionage. The light Uncharted and Splinter Cell ingredients turn it into a slightly messy yet deliciously fun experience. Part of what makes this world feel alive is the reputation system, which tracks Kay's standing with different crime factions. Doing jobs for these factions builds or deteriorates relationships, and managing these alliances adds an intriguing layer to gameplay. A strong relationship grants you access to all but the most private areas of a faction's base, which opens up interesting opportunities for double-crossing when working for rival factions. It's a smart mechanic that rewards careful planning and makes Kay's role as a scoundrel feel authentic. Part of the early game involves doing jobs to earn credits and parts to get your ship back in the air. I've only just unlocked space exploration, but I like what I've seen so far. Outlaws addresses a lesson a certain other space game I played 12 months ago failed miserably at. Space alone can be pretty bland. Outlaws fills its first space area with a massive ship debris field and dense atmospheric fog. Maybe not realistic, but it works beautifully. Naturally, Star Wars space wouldn't be complete without the, wars, so there's plenty of dogfighting to be done with pirates, and there's even a full-on Imperial wanted system for you to contend with. Also, check this out. Why was that so hard, Starfield? Outlaws also has Ghost of Tsushima style ultra quick fast travel, meaning you can enjoy that beautiful planet to space transition, or just zip back to the ground in an instant and get straight back into whatever your next mission is. Back on the ground, Star Wars Outlaws has a soft stealth focus. The main character Kay isn't a Jedi, which creates an interesting comparison with Cal Kestis from Jedi Survivor. Despite tackling similar situations and enemies, Kay has to approach things differently. She's slower, poorly equipped, and has a lot to learn about the scoundrel lifestyle. From a gameplay perspective, this makes the early game feel rough. Kay's health is low and the pace can feel sluggish. I can see how this might have put players off, but it's a worthwhile burden. As you collect new gear and complete challenges, you can flesh out your own playstyle. My Kay is rocking charms that make her crouch walking faster and dramatically reduces fall damage, turning cliff diving into a valid escape plan. In the early game at least, full-on Uncharted shootouts are discouraged because you can quickly get overrun. But with grenades and an assortment of other ad hoc weapons like sniper rifles and grenade launchers, it's clear this will be more of a focus later on once your health and pistol are upgraded. As you gain confidence with Kay, stealthing around bases becomes incredibly satisfying. Your alien companion Nyx adds to the fun by attacking enemies, triggering distractions, setting off explosions, or silently pickpocketing items. However, I wasn't a big fan of the takedown animations. In a game like this, where you see them over and over, they lack the oomph and feel more slapstick than badass. Animation nitpicks aside, my main criticism of Outlaws is the first major city you explore. It's a pain to navigate. The area is incredibly detailed, combining packed streets with enemy bases, but finding specific locations using only the compass can be frustrating. I often had to open the map, which takes longer than I'd like. Combine that with the occasional forced cinematic slow walk, and exploration becomes slightly grating. It's a shame because the settlement is packed with secrets to discover, overheard tips on new scores, and Sabacc, the obligatory card minigame. Sabacc is a jazzed up alien poker that's surprisingly legit, and I have no shame admitting I lost a couple of hours to it. Just like with Witcher's Gwent, card enthusiasts will be glad to know there's a questline associated with the game and powerful cards to find in the world to enhance your deck. I know Star Wars Outlaws didn't score terribly, and I'm aware I've got a lot more to play, but I just can't see what all the fuss was about. This is a solid game. Maybe it's not the most innovative, but as the first true open world Star Wars experience, it deserved a fairer shake, and I'm confident putting my name to saying it's well worth playing if you still actually enjoy this universe and not just complaining about it online. If you want to give Star Wars Outlaws a go, it's on sale for at least a few more days from the publication of this video. Let us know what you think of our fresh look at Star Wars Outlaws in the comments, and why not give this video a like while you're down there. For more top video game discussion, remember to subscribe to Ugly Sofa Gaming.